Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Got an unboxing video for you today. It's one of my newest firearm purchases. It's a SIG, as you can see, and we'll kind of get to that here in a minute. And this model came out about 4 months ago, so let's just kind of jump into it here a little. We have a 6 Hour. Okay, comes in your normal 6 Hour case that everybody's used to getting. I think better than the old ones, but certainly not as good as some of the custom works, custom shop cases. But anyway, so let's go ahead and pop this open. Okay, like the title said, I'm sure you know that it's not a secret that this is the P226 X5 Legion. It comes at a pretty good time because SIG had just done their 226. I guess it's 40 years of the 226. So I might have that wrong, but somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyway, this is, I don't see this that often, this firearm in stores, so I jumped on it. The other versions that came out a year ago, you have the XFIVE, that's the stainless firearm with the 5-inch bull barrel, and the US version of the German firearm. So this is very similar. There are some differences, and we'll kind of get into that. But this is a original unboxing. I have not touched this since I came home from the gun store, just like I try to do with with all the unboxings that I do. So yep. So as I mentioned, it is a Legion, and with it, like every other Legion, you'll get this Legion series packet. We'll get to that here in a minute. So, what comes with the firearm, again, always you'll get this, the free ammo, some, advertisement. You'll get some ammunition advertisement. Get your 6 Hour sticker, so I can put this with all my other ones. You get a manual that is not a manual. It's basically, it has some CYA stuff in it, all the warnings, and then you have to use the QR code to download it electronically, which I mentioned this before on the channel, is that I'm not a real big fan of that. I think SIG firearms are not inexpensive. They're very well made, but when you put out that kind of your hard-earned money, I think getting a manual makes a lot of sense. But it is what it is. I have a bunch of these, and they don't change too much. Although what I am going to be interested in is to see if this is any different, because it's actually the X5 version, not the standard 226, because there are some differences that we'll get into, like the trigger and things like that. So, okay, again, it's a Legion, so you'll get a Legion sticker. You'll get this Legion window decal. These are nice. I have one on my laptop. These are pretty cool. I like those a lot. And then because it's an X5, you'll actually get a test fire results sheet. So it has point of aim, point of impact, and minute of angle. So your A here is going to be your point of aim, dead center, and you'll have 5 shots. That's I don't know, it's probably that is 7/8 inch group. So less than an inch group at 10 meters from the factory, using SIG V Crown ammunition. All right. Okay, and then lastly, you'll get your SIG Legion series cards, where I'll have to register this. I haven't done it yet. Like I said, I'm literally just taking this out of the case for the first time since I've been home. And you'll get your range bag, and I guess they call it a challenge coin. There it is right there. Whatever, put it with the rest of them. But anyway, so if you've had Legions, you'll know what that is. Now, before I get into this, I do have 2 other Legions that I own. One is the P226 X5 Legion, and that is more of a competition style. It's firearms clear, safe, no magazine. So this is more of a competition style firearm. I did get it Cerakoted. This is done by Frank Castle Customs, now is Modern Pistoleros. They're down in Miami. They do great work. Frank is partnered with a bunch of individuals that again do really good customized work, you know, outside of the work that Frank was doing. So this is part of his work that he did for me a few years back. You know, 3-color Cerakote on this. I want to do something a little bit different. So there's actually no markings on this that would tell you it's a Legion, because when I put the Delta Point Pro on there, I took off the rear adjustable sight, which has the Legion chevron. So yeah, anyway, I love this firearm. This gun is great. The slide with the 1911 recoil spring, it's fantastic. My other one that you guys have probably seen on videos, you know, is my standard 226. We'll clear this and we'll check it. Okay, nothing, no magazine, we're clear. So this is, I had a video out last year where the optic slide came out. All right, so now you'll be able to put an optic on a standard slide, not just the Pro Cut 226 slide. So I put that on here. I still have my old slide that's non-optic ready, but this is how I choose to run it. I've got a gas pedal on it. I put this is a Gray Guns adjustable trigger. So yeah, anyway, love this firearm. Another one of my Legions. I did not do anything with the Cerakote on here. I kept it the Elite Legion Cerakote. So that's the other one. All right, and now the star of the show here is the 226 X5 Legion. It comes with 3 20-round magazines or 10-round magazines if you live in a non-high capacity magazine state. They have an X5 base plate right there. I believe they are Metgar mags. Let me see, does it say that? Yep, they're Metgar mags made in Italy, really nice quality. You get 3, so you get 2 and then one that's in the firearm itself here. So you get 3, I believe it's 20 rounds, let's see. Yeah, I believe it's 3 20-round magazines. So, big P226 X5 Legion. Let's talk about it a little bit here. So, okay, this is a variant of the X5 series that came out a year ago. Those were stainless steel. They were a stainless steel slide and a stainless steel lower or frame. They came in 2 different versions. They came in the classic series as well as the I don't know if they call it a tactical series or whatever, but it had X5 grips that were black. It had a gas pedal and it had a flat trigger, where the classic version had the mahogany type grips with not a gas pedal, with a true 226 takedown lever, and it had a curved trigger, or slightly curved trigger. So they were slightly different. But honestly, you can get either one of them and buy grips, a trigger, and a gas pedal or takedown lever, and you can interchange it and have whichever one. Other than that, everything else was exactly the same. So so anyway, this is a variant that came out 4 months ago. So definitely more of a tactical version, which I really like. That's why I chose to go with this model as opposed to one of the other 2. I was seriously considering purchasing one of the original X5 last year, and I'm really glad I waited, because there's a lot of technology and innovation that went into this, and I'll get to that in a minute. So this is not a double action, single action like this 226 is. This is a double action, single action. This one is not. This is single action only. You know, so it has a manual safety, good tactile manual safety. Okay, it has G10 grips with the Legion logo in them. It comes with a magwell, with extended magazine, with extended magazine base plates. You know, so you can still, you know, get under that magwell. The magazine doesn't sit inside the magwell. It extends out a little bit, right? So it has a adjustable rear sight. It has a suppressor height or raised sight in the front. They're X-Ray 3 night sights. This is a very, very similar sight that comes on the 320. in the rear, so it has little different hammer than what we've seen in the past. It's what I mean by that is, you know, here it's a pretty solid hammer, whereas, you know, on the XFIVE there's a little material taken away from it. And I don't know if that's to make it like, for instance, on this firearm, Armory Craft sells a skeletonized hammer, which is supposed to make it easier to or quicker, faster to actually hit the firing pin. But, you know, I don't know. So again, some things that I'll have to look into. Again, this is just meant to be an initial unboxing video, so I'm going into some things at a very, very high level. I do plan on doing a video shortly with some of the accessories I plan to put on it after I put some rounds through it, and after I do some more research on some of the other technology that's in this firearm. So so again, you know, X-Ray 3 adjustable sights. This has a gas pedal version, and as opposed to the 320, when you put a gas pedal on it, where you can actually move it a little bit, although this one isn't too bad. If you put, like, say, the Armory Craft gas pedal on the standard 226, it moves pretty easily. So when you're trying to get a grip on there, you can really, like, push that down and almost lock it. All right. So what I do is I try to take my forward thumb and bring it over to the front of it. Right. So it's more putting pressure down on the pivot point itself rather than away from that. You know, the farther you put pressure away from it, the easier it's going to be to turn as you move away from the fixed point, and you create that moment force. So if you can get it right on that pin or the point at which it rotates, you know, you have a better chance of not having it rotate. So the difference here is there's an actual pin here, and I believe that's for the trigger, and it's where the locking block sits into. So that extends. So with that extended, you can't do that. You could push as hard as you want. That's blocking it, right? So that's great. That was a really good design change that they did on this unit. Comes with an extended mag release. It comes with, again, I said they're G10 grips, but the significance of this is the frame is aluminum. So it's an aluminum alloy, right? Which of course then would make this firearm lighter. This is not a light firearm at all. It's got some heaviness to it. And what they did is they went with the aluminum lower, but they also used the G10 grip, but they infused it with tungsten powder, the same way they did with this entire lower. So this entire lower is polymer, but it's infused with tungsten, right? So what they did is they took the G10 grips and they infused them with tungsten to give them some weight, right? And again, when I do my more details video, I want to weigh these because I'm interested to see how much they weigh versus like the standard Legion G10 grips on the 226. So we'll go through that in another video. But that's pretty cool. Another thing that SIG did to this firearm to be innovative, right? It's you can't knock SIG for that. They are definitely innovative, right? They do a lot of things differently, right? Thinking outside the box to put technology in the firearm. And with that said, that kind of leads me into two of the most, I think, two of the most significant upgrades and technology implementation to this firearm, with the G10 grips being a close third, is the expansion chamber at the end of the slide, built right in. That is something that we saw on the Spectre comp. That's something we saw on the macro. I have a macro and I absolutely love it. It's my EDC. You know, I can't speak to whether or not this analytically, based on numbers, improves muzzle rise. But what I can tell you is when you shoot it, it's pretty significant. So if I'll shoot my P226 XL and then I'll shoot my macro, and there's a significant difference, and I'm not exaggerating. And I don't believe that the difference is all because of the grip, because the grip is bigger, right, on the macro. I think part of it, and I don't know what percentage, but part of it is definitely coming from the expansion chamber, right? So so the other thing that makes this different is this has a 4.4 inch or 4.5, I think it's 4.4 inch bull barrel. So this is a bull barrel as opposed to a 5-inch barrel that comes in the standard XFIVE versions that came out last year. So that could be a negative for some people that want that extra ½ inch or so, you know, accuracy. I'm not as concerned about that. I don't think that 0.6 inches is going to be that significant or impact my shooting at all. You know, I'm not a competition shooter. You know, I think you have to be really, really, really good to see a difference in that. So for me, that's not a problem. It could be for some people, right? They'd rather have the standard version, the stainless steel 5-inch bull barrel, but it's a preference. I like the look of this. I like the tactical sort of the tactical theme of this and the Legion, and that really didn't bother me. And I actually think there's a lot of benefit to that. I haven't shot this yet, so we'll see when I do. And then the other maybe the most significant is the trigger. The trigger is just great. And again, I haven't adjusted this at all. So if we look at the trigger, there's a little bit of pre-travel, right? Hits the wall, breaks. There's not much over travel. If we look at the reset, a little bit, and then it goes in. And the brake, I mean, the brake is like glass. It's very much like a 1911 trigger, or as close to a 1911 or 2011 as you could get, you know, with a firearm like this. So again, I haven't adjusted that. I will do that because I think there's definitely some improvements I can do here. I don't know if that's the position where I like the trigger. So you can adjust the pre-travel, you can adjust the over travel, you can adjust the trigger weight, and you could adjust the position of the trigger forward and back. So 4 different things you can do to get this trigger exactly dialed into the way you want it. I like the flat face trigger. There are some curved triggers. So yeah, anyway, that's we got the Legion logo here. AMI safeties. Just really looking forward to getting this out in the range, shooting it. Looking forward to putting some accessories on it. I don't know if I'm gonna probably do at some point a Surefire. I may even take this one off and put that there, so I don't have to spend another 300 plus on another light. The red dot, or I prefer green, so the green dot, I'm thinking maybe one of 2 things: either the RMR HD, if I get the bug to spend that kind of money, or the one I'm probably going to go with is the Hollow Sun 507 comp, the green dot. That's probably what I'm going to do. It's about 2/3 the cost, and I think everything I've seen is it's come back with some really good reviews on that optic. So, but more to come on that. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there, let you guys see the initial unboxing I had, and yeah, and go from there. Depending on what optic I put on, there's some research I'm going to need to do on whether a plate's needed, because I have seen some conflicting information on what's needed there. So again, I'm going to do some research here, and my plan is in the next video here over the next week or two, when I have everything in hand and I've come up with a plan for what I want to do to this, I'll do another video, and I'll make sure I go through everything with you guys. So if you guys pick one of these up and you choose to do something similar to what I did, whatever I have to go through and research I have to do is I'll share it with you, right? So you guys will have that, just like I've done in the X Macro and other firearms, and if I come up with things. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, here you go. XFIVE SIG P226 XFIVE Legion unboxing, just home from the store. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Really appreciate it. And I'm gonna try and push some more content out here to help you guys out. And please bear with me. I'm gonna start answering some questions. I've got a bunch of them, so I gotta get. I owe you guys some comments, so be on the lookout for those. Till then, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care.